Honestly, do you know what? I know James and Karen are here as well, but I'm going to hone in on this guy because, look, you are our PSG legend, okay? We've seen JJ Okocha, we've seen Doue. You're a boyhood PSG fan.
Absolutely.
You've been waiting for this moment your entire life.
Yeah.
What on earth does it feel like?
Incredible, I won't lie, incredible. I never thought I would see that day, to be fair. To see this team, my team, in a Champions League final, playing that well as well, winning here with my sons in the stands and the rest of the family. I came here from where I was on the platform. I hugged maybe 15 people that I didn't know before hugging the whole crew here and all our colleagues. But even before that, random people that I just bumped into, I was hugging. I saw Ousmane Dembele's brother, and we bumped into each other, hugged each other, saying, we're champions of Europe. That's where we are right now. It's incredible. It
is incredible. And the thing is, because when you're working, it's really difficult to actually let those emotions out. What do you think it's going to be like when you see your family?
I think we're going to cry, all of it. I think the boys have cried already, the cousins as well. I had a few tears, I won't lie, at full time, because it's all the stress that we mentioned in the pre-match, and Laura and the boys were laughing at me as well because I could not eat all day, and we sat down in the car on the way.
All day.
So pale. And it's all that even at 3-0 I was not sure. I said, imagine it's another Istanbul, imagine just wait. On the fourth goal, I let it go, I won't lie.
Yeah. Do you know what? I've watched a couple of PSG games with you this season. I did have bruises on my arms because this is where he's like punching me. But do you know what? I've seen this reaction. Take a look at this. Take a look at that.
That's the second goal, I think.
That's one for the archives, isn't it? That's one to show the grandchildren. Look at that.
It's so much emotion, and again, you've been waiting all your life. This club is a great club. The fans are wonderful. What Luis Enrique has done and built is very special. And I think when you're part of it, when we followed them, we covered them, all those games that we all come to the Parc des Princes, we watched them, and finally they got it over the line.
But also, Jules has been through it all.
He has, hasn't he? The roller
Remember
coasters.
the years when he would see PSG collapse,
absolutely,
and everyone would make fun of him, and then the Farmers League things, and now here you are, and that makes it all the more satisfying, doesn't it?
No, and really, you're right. I know we're laughing, but it's true. Like the remontada was the worst night of my life, professionally wise, you know, and today is the best, and this is my stadium. It was full of fans who could not be here tonight. 48,000 people in that stadium. The other half of the Laurens family is there, and
is it?
Yeah, it's just incredible. And Paris tonight is going to be on fire, and tomorrow the parade on the Champs-Élysées. It's just all of it.
Jules, can you get us into the after party? You're gonna sort us all out, all the team. Come on.
I think
contacts.
I'm sure we can work something out.
He'll sort us out. He'll sort it out. Do you know what? It's not just for Paris, though, is it? It's for French football. I mean, no French side has won this trophy since Olympique Marseille. Didier Deschamps lifting that trophy. Yeah. And French football has been so strong over recent years. You're World Cup winners multiple times. But this trophy was so elusive for any French side. That in itself is huge, isn't it?
Yeah, incredible. 32 years of waiting, of heartbreaks, as we mentioned. Finals lost before in the Champions League, but also in the other European competitions. And I think finally it's there. And of course, there's the Farmers League tag, because a lot of people don't watch the league. It's a very good league, but it's a feeder league still. At some point, Desire Doue is going to leave PSG and Ligue 1 to come probably to the Premier League, to England, and same with Neves and maybe Vitinha and others, because this is the way it works. But for now, we'll enjoy this one.
What was the difference, Jules, this year? What was the difference?
The team, and JJ said it just before coming to us, this team is a real team. They have the cohesion, they play for each other, they fight for each other, they attack, they defend together. And that's the big difference. You can have Messi and Neymar and Mbappe, and that's wonderful, and they will win you things. But at the top of the top, you need more than just individual talent.
But what a couple of transfer windows. Sorry, Resh.
No,
because,
not at all.
You know, we always talk about the time when PSG would sign Neymar and Mbappe in the same transfer window. This summer, more or less all no names, Doue being one of them. And then in January,
Kvaratskhelia. Yeah.
I mean, that's
the man who everybody wanted, but no one really went for. Yeah, and you guys got him.
Yeah, and I mean, we were saying with Karen, he will have a Serie A medal because he won the title with Napoli, a Ligue 1 medal, the French Cup medal, as we see him here with the Georgian flag, and the Champions League medal.
Texting
as
you,
well.
Jules.
An incredible year for him, really, and for Desire Doue, of course.
It's incredible. It's just so many superstars as well in this side, that kind of superstars that are emerging now. What we've seen is, you mentioned it, James, teams that, PSG crumbling over the years, but this is the side where they've remained strong. The side that crumbled tonight was Inter, and that rebuild, how painful is that going to be?
I think that's what we should focus on, really, the pain, and actually have some compassion, because put yourself in those players' boots over the last week. Now, you have played 60 games. You have taken a title race down to the final season. You win your game, but you come up short, and then you lose here tonight. And one of the questions that I found a little bit puzzling yesterday when the Inter players were talking to the media was, you guys have won a lot, haven't you? But you've also lost a lot. And this group of players have lost a Europa League final to Sevilla. They've lost 2 Champions League finals to Man City and now Paris St-Germain. They've lost Scudetti on the final day twice in the last 4 years. Your heart kind of goes out for these players.
They've unwittingly become the nearly men for such a strong side with such a strong heritage. It's a very unusual place for them to be in.
It is, and I think Hakan Çalhanoğlu said yesterday that this was their second chance. It was also their last chance, I think, for many of these players who are in their 30s, some in their mid-30s. And there'll going to be some meetings between the club executives and the coach over the next few days. What does Simone Inzaghi think after this? Does he think I've taken this team as far as I can? Or when you suffer a defeat like that, do you want to go out like that? I'm not sure you would. I think you have to stick around and be there for this rebuild.
It's a difficult one for them to balance as well. And Karen, you weren't wrong when you predicted this side to be able to win this trophy. Inter was solid. The teams that they beat to get to this point as well, and the performances that they put in throughout the course and the resilience they showed throughout the course of this entire tournament. Like I say, you weren't wrong to tip them as your favourites. Are you surprised by how it unravelled and how fast it unravelled? And was that the key, that it unravelled so quickly? Those 2 early goals completely changed the complexion.
To be fair, Resh, that for the first 5 minutes they couldn't cope with PSG's press. They couldn't cope and they couldn't solve it, and straight away the arguments with the wing back and Bastoni, they were right at each other, and it just didn't feel right. And I don't know whether it's fatigue, I don't know whether it's the mentality of what's happened. You just explained there, James, but it didn't feel right, because it's not the same Inter Milan I watched at the start. So I do think it's a big regroup. I said it was now or never. I do think now they'll have to go and refreshen this squad up, because usually squads stay together for 3 or 4 years and then you go again. And I think what we've seen tonight is a young team that, as the lads have said, are going to be here for a long time. So what do you do to try and catch up with them? You're going to have to refresh and go again. And it is big questions for the manager, because it is disappointment, but you've got to have the energy to go again, and you've got to dig deep. And if it's not in you, there's no harm in what he's done, what he's achieved. And you go again. But they were humble tonight. There was only one team in it, and that was from the very get-go. And they absolutely deserved it, PSG. And they have some superstars and some new icons of football.
Big smile, Julien. After that conversation, I feel like we need to sort of bring it back round to you. We can't leave you without that. There you go, all the teeth out. He's going to be crying soon as well. We're going to leave the emotion to flow. And I hand you back to Laura and the guys.